Unmasking the False Friend, a Stoic guide to detecting deception and jealousy. Have you ever paused to question the sincerity of those around you? Those who shower you with friendly smiles and sweet words? In the intricate tapestry of human relationships, discerning genuine affection from veiled jealousy and deceit can be a daunting task. We often convince ourselves that we possess an innate ability to recognize authenticity, yet the reality is far more complex. Jealousy and deception are masters of disguise, often lurking beneath the surface, making those harboring these feelings the most treacherous. Imagine a scenario. You're basking in the glow of a significant achievement at work, surrounded by colleagues offering their congratulations. But amidst the celebratory atmosphere, an unsettling feeling lingers, a sense that something isn't quite right. Perhaps a colleague's praise sounds hollow, or their smile doesn't quite reach their eyes. These subtle yet potent signals can serve as warning signs, alerting you to the presence of jealousy and deception in your midst. Today, we embark on a journey guided by the timeless wisdom of Stoic philosophy, a philosophy that has stood the test of millennia, to equip you with the tools necessary to unmask the false friend and protect yourself from the corrosive effects of jealousy and deceit. This essay, drawing inspiration from the video transcript provided while expanding upon its core ideas, will delve into 10 effective methods for identifying jealousy and deception in others. We will explore not only how these methods can help you control your emotions and find peace of mind, but also how they provide tools to identify and handle jealousy and deception in others. By applying these principles, you will not only become stronger, but also wiser in building and maintaining relationships. Our goal is to empower you to build and maintain authentic relationships, fostering a life filled with genuine connection, joy, and tranquility. These methods will protect you from toxic relationships and help you build a more peaceful and happy life. 1. Actions speak louder than words. Observing deeds, not declarations. One of the fundamental tenets of Stoic philosophy lies in the unwavering emphasis on action over mere words. Actions are the truest reflection of a person's nature and intentions. Words can be manipulated, disguised, and even outright lied about, but actions reveal the truth. It's a recognition that human beings are masters of verbal deception, capable of crafting eloquent facades that mask their true intentions. Words, in essence, are malleable, susceptible to manipulation and distortion. However, actions, those concrete manifestations of intent, provide a far more reliable gauge of character. Stoicism provides the antidote to verbal deception. Don't believe in words, believe in actions. When observing others, pay meticulous attention to the contradictions between their words and their actions. Someone might appear friendly and supportive through their words, but their actions might tell a different story. This dissonance, this disconnect between what is said and what is done, is often a telltale sign of insincerity. For instance, a colleague might lavish praise upon you for your professional success, yet simultaneously undermine your efforts behind your back through subtle acts of sabotage or disparaging remarks. It's their actions, not their words, that reveal their true intentions. Ask yourself, have you ever felt like someone says one thing but does another? Have you encountered someone who promised to help but never followed through? These inconsistent actions are clear signs of insincerity and can be rooted in jealousy. These inconsistencies serve as red flags, signaling a potential for deception and ill intent. As Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, eloquently stated, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be." B1. Actions are irrefutable evidence of a person's true character. This concise statement underscores the Stoic belief that actions, not mere declarations, define a person's moral compass. Consider the example of a friend who always says they will be there for you, but disappears when you face difficulties. This behavior shows dishonesty and untrustworthiness. It's these actions that reveal a person's true nature more than any words ever could. Such behavior betrays a lack of genuine commitment and a willingness to prioritize self-interest over loyalty and support. These inconsistent actions offer a glimpse into the person's true character, revealing their capacity for dishonesty and unreliability. Try observing how people behave when they think no one is watching or when nothing is at stake. You will likely gain insights into their true nature. This is key to distinguishing real intentions from those covered up by sweet words. By focusing on actions more than words, we learn to better appreciate the depth of a person's character. This practice not only helps us see the true nature of our friends and associates, but also encourages us to reflect on our own behavior. Remember, our character is defined by what we do, not just what we say. It encourages us to cultivate a heightened awareness of our own actions, ensuring that they align with our stated values and principles. We are all subject to judgment based on our actions. Recognizing the importance of aligning our deeds with our words is crucial for fostering trust, respect, and genuine connection in our relationships. Beyond simply observing the inconsistencies between words and actions, a Stoic approach would also involve considering the context and motivations behind those actions. Ask yourself, why might this person be acting in this way? Is there a legitimate reason for their inconsistent behavior, or is it rooted in deeper insecurities or ill intent? Understanding the underlying motivations can help you respond with greater compassion and wisdom, even when faced with deception or betrayal. Furthermore, a Stoic will be mindful of not projecting their own biases or assumptions onto the situation. It's important to remain objective, gather all the available evidence, and avoid jumping to conclusions based on limited information. Remember, Stoicism is about navigating the world with reason and clarity, not with prejudice or suspicion. 2. Gauging genuine joy. Evaluating responses to your success. In the complex web of human relationships, reactions to your success often serve as a barometer of true feelings. In everyday life, people's reactions to your success reveal their true feelings. Jealous individuals often display envy and can't hide their discomfort when they see others succeed. Observing how others respond to your triumphs can provide valuable insights into their character and intentions. True friends and allies will celebrate your achievements with genuine joy, sharing in your happiness and offering unwavering support. However, those harboring jealousy and deceit will often struggle to mask their envy, revealing their true feelings through subtle cues and behaviors. They may try to undermine your achievements with baseless criticism or fake congratulations while harboring dissatisfaction. This not only damages relationships, but also exposes the darker aspects of their character. This discomfort can manifest in a variety of ways, from thinly veiled criticisms to dismissive remarks that attempt to downplay your accomplishments. Their congratulations may sound forced or insincere, lacking the genuine warmth and enthusiasm that characterize true support. There's a saying, the only person you should try to be better than is the person you were yesterday. Someone who truly respects and supports you will be happy to see you progress and succeed because they understand that each of your achievements is a step forward in your journey of self-improvement. Conversely, those who resent you will see your success as a threat, a sign that they are lacking or not putting in enough effort. Their happiness stems from a genuine desire to see you thrive and flourish, recognizing that your success does not diminish their own worth or potential. This reflects a deep-seated insecurity and a fear of being overshadowed by your achievements. Think back to the last time you achieved something significant. How did the people around you react? How did those close to you respond? You'll recognize who is genuinely sincere and wise by their reactions. Were their responses filled with genuine excitement and encouragement? Or did you detect a hint of envy or resentment lurking beneath the surface? Supportive individuals will share your joy and celebrate your achievements, happy for you because of the hard work you've put in. Their feedback is often encouraging, supportive, and free of negativity. Their words will be uplifting and empowering, designed to inspire you to continue pursuing your goals and dreams. On the other hand, jealous or deceitful people will try to diminish or deny your achievements. They may spread rumors, offer unwarranted criticism, or even attempt to sabotage your success. They might make subtle criticisms or downplay your accomplishments, considering your success a fluke and denying your efforts. They may offer unsolicited advice laced with subtle criticism, suggesting that your success was merely a stroke of luck or that it came at the expense of others. These behaviors serve as warning signs, alerting you to the presence of jealousy and insincerity in your midst. So what do you do when you realize someone in your life is jealous and deceitful? Will you confront them or keep your distance to protect yourself? Remember, according to Stoic philosophy, we must learn to let go of what we cannot control, focus on developing yourself and building sincere relationships instead of getting caught up in a cycle of jealousy and lies. A Stoic would recognize that the feelings and actions of others are ultimately beyond their control. Instead of dwelling on the negativity or attempting to change the other person, they would focus on cultivating inner peace and resilience, shielding themselves from the corrosive effects of jealousy and envy. We can discern a person's honesty not only by observing how they react to your success, but also by how they treat people of lower status. Now, let's move on to lesson number 3. In addition to observing their immediate reactions to your success, a Stoic would also pay attention to their long-term behavior. Do they consistently support your endeavors, or do they only offer praise when it benefits them in some way? Do they celebrate your achievements privately, but downplay them publicly? These patterns of behavior can reveal deeper motivations and provide a more accurate assessment of their true feelings. Furthermore, a Stoic would be mindful of not allowing the praise or criticism of others to unduly influence their own sense of self-worth. True confidence comes from within, not from external validation. It's important to cultivate a sense of self-acceptance that is independent of the opinions and judgments of others. 3. The compassionate test, observing interactions with those who can't benefit them. Stoic philosophy places a strong emphasis on extending respect and compassion to all individuals, regardless of their social status, power, or ability to offer personal gain. Stoic philosophy teaches us that respect and compassion should be extended to everyone, especially those who are weaker or of lower status. A noble soul never looks down on anyone. Observing how others treat those who cannot offer them any tangible benefits can provide a profound glimpse into their true character and values. A noble soul never looks down on anyone. When we observe how others treat those of lower status, we should pay attention to the sincerity of their actions. Truly thoughtful people, whether at the pinnacle of power or just an ordinary person, treat everyone with respect and kindness. They understand that each person has inherent value regardless of their position. It is in these interactions, free from the influence of self-interest, that their true nature shines through. Whether interacting with the prime minister of a country or a service employee, they maintain a sincere and respectful attitude. Whether interacting with the prime minister of a country or a service employee, they maintain a sincere and respectful attitude. Truly thoughtful individuals will treat everyone with respect and dignity, regardless of their social standing or ability to offer them any personal advantage. Conversely, jealous and deceitful individuals often show kindness only when there are benefits, or when they're under supervision. They tend to despise and mistreat those who have no value to them, showing arrogance and cruelty. If someone's attitude toward people without power differs greatly from their attitude toward those with power, be cautious. Jealous and deceitful people often reveal their true colors when dealing with the vulnerable. This disparity in treatment reveals a lack of genuine empathy and a tendency to view others solely as means to an end. They respect not people, but power and personal interests. For example, consider a colleague at work. If they are always friendly and welcoming to their superiors, but overbearing and contemptuous towards service staff or people of lower status, this is a sign of deceit and jealousy. They may be charming and solicitous toward those in positions of authority, showering them with flattery and attention, yet treat service staff or less powerful colleagues with disdain and disrespect. This behavior reflects their true nature and reveals insecurity and pettiness in their souls. This behavior reveals a deep-seated insecurity and a tendency to derive a sense of superiority from belittling others. Observing how others treat those of lower status also allows you to reflect on your own behavior. How do you treat vulnerable people? Recognizing and addressing shortcomings in your behavior can help you become a true Stoic. Always remember, the way others treat those of lower status is the truest reflection of their character. It encourages us to cultivate a sense of empathy and compassion for all individuals, regardless of their social standing or ability to offer us any personal gain. This reflection is essential for cultivating inner virtue and living in accordance with Stoic principles. Are you ready to observe and identify such people? Try applying this method in your daily life and notice the changes. By consciously observing how people interact with those who cannot benefit them, you can gain valuable insights into their character and distinguish genuine kindness from self-serving behavior. Beyond simply observing the external behavior, a Stoic approach would also involve examining the internal motivations behind those actions. Ask yourself, why might this person be treating others in this way? Is it a reflection of their own insecurities or a genuine lack of empathy? Understanding the underlying motivations can help you respond with greater compassion and wisdom, even when faced with disrespectful or demeaning behavior. Furthermore, a Stoic would be mindful of not allowing the behavior of others to unduly influence their own actions. It's important to maintain your own standards of respect and compassion, regardless of how others choose to treat those around you. Remember, Stoicism is about cultivating inner virtue, not about conforming to the negative behaviors of others. 4. The trap of flattery. Distinguishing genuine praise from insincere adulation. Excessive flattery, while often tempting and ego-boosting, can be a clear indicator of deception and jealousy. Excessive flattery is a clear sign of deception and jealousy that many people often ignore. Sincere compliments are always constructive, but when they go beyond reasonable limits, you should be wary. Recognizing the difference between genuine praise and insincere adulation is crucial for protecting yourself from manipulation and maintaining a clear perspective. Sincere compliments are typically specific, constructive, and focused on acknowledging genuine achievements or positive qualities. When they go beyond reasonable limits, you should be wary. Remember, it's not what others say about you that truly matters, but what you think about yourself. Your self-worth should not depend on compliments from others, especially when those compliments do not come from the heart. Do those compliments genuinely match the achievements you've made? They are offered with genuine warmth and without any ulterior motives. However, excessive flattery often lacks substance and is characterized by exaggerated praise that seems disproportionate to the actual achievement or quality being lauded. When receiving excessive praise, ask yourself, does this person have a motive? Are they trying to gain something from me? Excessive flattery is often a sign of insincerity. The person using it may be trying to hide their jealousy or take advantage of you. They may be attempting to ingratiate themselves with you in order to gain favor or manipulate you for their own benefit. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote in Meditations, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." While receiving compliments can be satisfying, what if those compliments have bad intentions? Excessive praise can lower your guard and make you susceptible to manipulation. Therefore, instead of being swept away by insincere compliments, learn to evaluate them objectively. Stay true to your core values and don't let flattery cloud your judgment. In essence, our self-worth should not be contingent upon the opinions of others, particularly when those opinions are delivered with suspect motives. A good example is in the workplace. You might notice that some colleagues often flatter you, but never support you. When you need help, they may act friendly and compliment you in front of everyone, but criticize or speak poorly about you behind your back. Recognizing and dealing with excessive flattery helps protect you from fake and jealous people and encourages you to live more authentically. This duplicity highlights the manipulative intent behind their flattery, demonstrating that their praise is merely a tool to advance their own self-serving agenda. Always be alert to the motives behind compliments and continuously affirm your true self-worth. Believe in yourself and use Stoic wisdom to stay steadfast in who you are, building relationships based on sincerity and mutual respect. Stoic wisdom encourages us to remain grounded and objective, continuously affirming our true self-worth and building relationships based on sincerity and mutual respect. Have you ever encountered a situation where you were overly flattered? How did you feel? And how did you react? Share your story in the comments below. Your experiences are very valuable to us. By sharing your experiences, you can contribute to a collective understanding of the manipulative tactics employed by those who rely on flattery and help others to recognize and navigate these situations with greater awareness. Beyond simply recognizing insincere flattery, a Stoic approach would also involve developing a healthy sense of skepticism and discernment. It's important to question the motives behind the praise, to consider the context in which it is being offered, and to evaluate whether it aligns with your own self-perception and values. A Stoic would approach flattery with a sense of detachment, recognizing that it is ultimately an external factor that should not unduly influence their inner state. Furthermore, a Stoic would strive to cultivate humility and self-awareness, recognizing that true worth comes from within, not from the approval or validation of others. It's about knowing your own strengths and weaknesses, and about striving to become a better version of yourself, regardless of what others may say or think. 5. The consistency test. Monitoring behavior across situations. Consistency in behavior is a hallmark of genuine character, while inconsistency often betrays a hidden agenda. Monitor consistency when evaluating a person. Pay attention to how they act and behave in different situations. Observe whether their actions match their words. Saying is easy, doing is difficult. Stoic philosophy encourages us to assess whether people's behavior aligns with their stated beliefs and declarations over time. This is an effective way to recognize jealous and insincere individuals. A person's values and principles should guide their actions across a wide range of circumstances, demonstrating a steadfast commitment to their beliefs. Saying is easy, doing is difficult. When evaluating someone, observe how they act in various situations. Do they uphold their principles and values consistently, or do they change their attitudes and behaviors to suit their circumstances or personal goals? This includes observing how they treat different people, how they respond to challenges, and how they behave when they believe they are not being observed. A jealous and deceitful person often cannot maintain this consistency. They might appear friendly and sincere when facing those they need to take advantage of, but become cold and mean when those people are no longer useful to them. This inconsistency reveals a lack of genuine character and a tendency to prioritize self-interest over ethical behavior. For instance, a person may claim to be sincere and praise you in front of everyone, but then complain about your success behind your back. You might notice strange gestures when they compliment you. This doesn't just happen once, but repeat. When you notice an anomaly, don't rush to judge. Patiently observe more to see if actions contrary to words are a pattern. These inconsistencies serve as red flags, alerting you to the presence of deception and a hidden agenda. Don't rush to judge. Patiently observe more to see if actions contrary to words are a pattern. It's crucial to note whether these are isolated incidents or part of a recurring pattern, whereas the consistency in their actions, if they show a completely different face when you're not around, this is a clear sign of jealousy and deception. Another way to gauge consistency is to observe how they treat others. A sincere person will treat everyone with respect and fairness, without discriminating based on personal interests. They won't flatter one person and ignore another just for personal gain. A sincere individual will treat everyone with respect and fairness, regardless of their social status, power, or ability to offer them personal gain. Consistency in behavior reflects a person's honesty and trustworthiness. This approach is underpinned by a genuine belief in the inherent worth and dignity of all human beings. Ask yourself, do you recognize someone in your life, who is acting inconsistently? Do the people around you maintain their values and principles under all circumstances? If the answer is no, be careful. Such people may be hiding jealousy and lies. If the answer is no, be cautious. Such people may be hiding jealousy and lies. Such people may be hiding jealousy and lies. By paying close attention to patterns of behavior and identifying inconsistencies, you can gain valuable insights into the true character of those around you. We are halfway through our journey today. Thank you for your presence. Your support is a great source of encouragement for us in bringing the true values of Stoic philosophy to more people. Please like and share this video to spread these lessons to your relatives and friends, helping to build a happier and more peaceful world. Leave a comment with "always observe carefully" to let us know you are ready to become a Stoic and full of energy to continue your journey with the next 5 lessons. While observing consistency is important, a Stoic would also recognize that human beings are complex and fallible, and that even the most virtuous individuals may occasionally exhibit inconsistent behavior. It's important to avoid being overly critical or judgmental, and to allow for the possibility of extenuating circumstances or temporary lapses in judgment. A Stoic would approach these situations with compassion and understanding, recognizing that everyone is on their own path of self-improvement and that mistakes are an inevitable part of the process. Furthermore, a Stoic would be mindful of their own potential for inconsistency and strive to cultivate a greater awareness of their own thoughts, emotions, and actions. It's about continuously striving to align your behavior with your values and principles, and about holding yourself accountable for your mistakes. 6. The crucible of criticism. Observing their attitude when criticized. How an individual responds to criticism can be a revealing indicator of their character and motivations. Observe their attitude when criticized. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most renowned Stoic philosophers, once said, "If someone is able to show me that what I think or do is not right, I will happily change, for I seek the truth, which never harmed anyone. It is the person who continues in their self-deception and ignorance who is harmed." The ability to receive and process criticism with grace, humility, and a willingness to learn is a hallmark of wisdom and maturity. Truly wise and sincere individuals are always open to receiving constructive criticism because their ultimate goal is truth and self-improvement. When criticized, the Stoic sees it as an opportunity for self-improvement rather than a threat to their self-esteem. They understand that criticism, even when delivered harshly, can offer valuable insights into their own blind spots and areas for growth. Conversely, jealous and deceitful people often react negatively and defensively to criticism. They tend to retaliate harshly, correct others, or even attempt to discredit the critic. This reaction stems from a fear of exposing their true nature or a reluctance to admit their flaws. They may become angry, dismissive, or even retaliatory, attempting to deflect blame or discredit the source of the criticism. Have you ever witnessed a colleague or acquaintance become angry or defensive when criticized? This may be a sign they are hiding insecurities and lacking confidence. Such reactions often stem from a deep-seated insecurity and a reluctance to confront their own shortcomings. Let's take an example. A good and sincere leader will listen and respond constructively to feedback from employees, understanding that this not only helps them grow, but also creates a positive and effective work environment. Sincere leaders recognize that constructive feedback is essential for personal and organizational growth. In contrast, an insincere and jealous leader may ignore or even punish employees who criticize them, fostering an atmosphere of fear and tension. This can create a climate of fear and stifle open communication, ultimately hindering the team's ability to learn and improve. Ask yourself, the last time you were criticized, how did you react? Were you open to receiving and reflecting on what was said, or did you immediately try to justify and refute it? Your answer can provide insight into both yourself and those around you. Examining your own reactions to criticism can provide valuable insights into your own character and motivations. Before we move on to lesson number 7, let me ask you this. Do you know someone who frequently judges and compares others? If so, it might be time to reevaluate your relationship with them. Let's find out in lesson number. It may be time to reevaluate your relationship with them. A Stoic approach to criticism involves cultivating a detached and objective perspective. It's about recognizing that criticism is not necessarily a personal attack, but rather an opportunity for growth and self-improvement. A Stoic would strive to evaluate the validity of the criticism, considering the source, the context, and the evidence presented. If the criticism is valid, They would humbly accept it and take steps to correct their behavior. If the criticism is unfounded, they would calmly dismiss it and avoid allowing it to unduly influence their inner state. Furthermore, a Stoic would recognize that offering constructive criticism to others is also an act of virtue. However, it's important to deliver criticism with kindness, compassion, and a genuine desire to help the other person improve. Avoid offering criticism that is motivated by anger, jealousy, or a desire to belittle or humiliate. 7. Unmasking insecurities. Attentively notice unintentional comparisons. The tendency to compare oneself to others is a pervasive human trait, often fueled by insecurities and a desire for validation. In daily lives, we often encounter unconscious comparisons. These comparisons are not merely harmless remarks, they can be signs of hidden jealousy and deceit. Recognizing and understanding these comparisons is one effective way to recognize jealous and insincere individuals. Listening and understanding these comparisons is one effective way to recognize jealous and insincere individuals. While some comparisons may be harmless, others can betray hidden jealousy and deceit. When someone unconsciously compares you to others, they might reveal more about themselves than about you. These comparisons often stem from a place of insecurity and jealousy. When someone frequently compares you to others, it may indicate that they feel threatened by your progress or achievements. These comparisons often stem from a place of insecurity and jealousy. Those who frequently compare you to others might be trying to diminish your value, making you feel inadequate and unworthy. This behavior is often a way to mask their insecurities and create an illusion of their own superiority. They may be attempting to boost their own self-esteem by putting you down or highlighting their own perceived strengths. Imagine a specific scenario: you achieve a significant milestone at work, and instead of congratulating your colleague says, "That's good, but I think John is still better." This isn't just an innocent comparison, but a sign of jealousy. Your colleague might feel envious of your success and is trying to downplay it. Such remarks are not just innocent observations, but rather attempts to diminish your accomplishments and undermine your confidence. Listening to unconscious comparison helps you identify who genuinely supports you. True friends don't feel the need to compare you to others to validate their admiration or respect for you. They appreciate you for who you are, not in comparison to anyone else. True friends and allies will celebrate your individuality and appreciate you for who you are, without feeling the need to compare you to others. Ask yourself who in your life often makes unconscious comparisons. Are they really someone you should trust? When you hear demeaning comparisons, how do you feel? Stoic philosophy advises us to view them as external factors, things beyond our control. This clear distinction allows us to protect our inner tranquility. By identifying these patterns of comparison, you can gain valuable insights into the true character of those around you and protect yourself from their negativity. Stoic philosophy advises us to view them as external factors, things beyond our control. This clear distinction allows us to protect our inner tranquility. Do you agree with this Stoic perspective? If so, like the video. If not, comment 0, so we can discuss and explore whether there's more beneath the surface. If not, comment 0, so we can discuss and explore whether there's more beneath the surface. While noticing unintentional comparisons can be helpful, a Stoic would also recognize that not all comparisons are necessarily malicious or indicative of jealousy. Some comparisons may be intended as constructive feedback or as a way of highlighting different strengths and abilities. It's important to consider the context and the intention behind the comparison, and to avoid jumping to conclusions based on limited information. Furthermore, a Stoic would be mindful of their own tendency to compare themselves to others and strive to cultivate a sense of self-acceptance and contentment that is independent of external validation. It's about focusing on your own progress and growth, rather than comparing yourself to others. 8. The test of adversity. Pay attention to their reactions to personal failures. Adversity often reveals true character, separating those with genuine strength and resilience from those who are prone to jealousy and deceit. Pay attention to their reactions to personal failures. Stoicism teaches that failure is not only a measure of patience and maturity, but also a clear reflection of a person's character and true motivations. Truly strong and honest individuals face failure with humility and a willingness to learn from their mistakes. Truly strong and honest individuals face failure with humility and a willingness to learn from their mistakes. They understand that failure is an inevitable part of life, and it provides opportunities for growth and self-improvement. They don't blame others or try to hide their failures. Instead, they accept and strive to improve. These are the people you can trust and admire. They embrace failure as a valuable learning experience, using it as an opportunity to reflect on their actions and identify areas for improvement. These are the people you can trust and admire. Conversely, jealous and deceitful individuals handle failure very differently. They tend to seek external excuses to justify their failures, blaming circumstances or other people rather than learning from their mistakes. They look for ways to hide and rationalize their actions. They might badmouth others or create false stories to protect their egos. They deflect blame, minimize their responsibility, and may even resort to dishonesty to protect their image. Have you ever met someone who always blames others whenever they encounter difficulties? If so, have you considered that this might be a sign of jealousy and deceit? To recognize this more clearly, pay attention to these signs. When they fail, do they admit their mistakes? Are they willing to learn and change? Or do they evade responsibility and blame others? Pay attention to these signs. When they fail, do they admit their mistakes? Are they willing to learn and change? Or do they evade responsibility and blame others? An honest person will not hesitate to acknowledge their mistakes and strive to improve, whereas a deceitful person will always protect their ego and avoid the truth. An honest person will not hesitate to acknowledge their mistakes and strive to improve, whereas a deceitful person will always protect their ego and avoid the truth. Daku Akata once emphasized a person's true nature is revealed at times of the greatest adversity. This quote clearly reflects the spirit of Stoic philosophy. It reminds us that how a person reacts to failure speaks volumes about who they are. This quote clearly reflects the spirit of Stoic philosophy. It reminds us that how a person reacts to failure speaks volumes about who they are. Take the time to carefully observe how people around you handle their failures. Don't be misled by superficial words or actions. Don't be misled by superficial words or actions. It may be time to reconsider your relationship. Have you had any experiences similar to what I've shared? If so, please like the video and comment on your valuable experiences below. I'd love to hear from you. While observing how others react to failure is important, a Stoic would also recognize that everyone handles adversity differently, and that there is no one right way to respond to setbacks. Some people may need time to process their emotions privately before they are able to openly acknowledge their mistakes. It's important to avoid being overly critical or judgmental, and to allow for the possibility that there may be underlying factors contributing to their behavior. Furthermore, a Stoic would recognize that true strength lies not in avoiding failure, but in learning from it and using it as an opportunity for growth. It's about cultivating resilience, perseverance, and a willingness to embrace challenges as a necessary part of the journey. 9. The art of disclosure. Evaluate how they share personal information. The way a person shares information, both about themselves and others, can provide valuable insights into their character and intentions. Evaluate how they share personal information. Marcus Aurelius once said the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. The way a person shares information not only reflects their inner thoughts, but also paints a vivid picture of their sincerity or deceitfulness. Stoic philosophy advises us to consider how someone talks about their successes and failures. The degree of honesty, humility, and empathy they display can reveal much about their true nature. A sincere person will share, humbly emphasizing the lessons learned from their experiences. Conversely, a deceitful individual often exaggerates their achievements or even fabricates them to impress and manipulate others. A sincere person will share humbly, emphasizing the lessons learned from their experiences. They are less concerned with boasting about their accomplishments and more focused on sharing the insights they have gained along the way. In contrast, a deceitful individual often exaggerates their achievements or even fabricates them to impress and manipulate others. They seek to inflate their own image and create a false impression of superiority. We should ask ourselves, does this person seem overly proud of their accomplishments? Do they emphasize trivial details to bolster their credibility? Such individuals may embellish their stories, exaggerate their accomplishments, or even fabricate details to bolster their credibility and impress others. Moreover, evaluating how they discuss their failures is crucial. A truly honest person will not hesitate to admit mistakes and share what they learn from their setbacks. In contrast, a deceitful person tends to avoid discussing failures, or if they do, they blame other circumstances or external factors instead of taking responsibility. This is a clear sign of insincerity and internal turmoil. In contrast, a deceitful person tends to avoid discussing failures, or if they do, they blame others, circumstances, or external factors instead of taking responsibility. This deflection of responsibility reveals a lack of integrity and a tendency to avoid accountability. Jealous individuals often spread personal information about others with ill intent. They might reveal secrets entrusted to them, or even distort and embellish the truth to undermine others. When someone spreads false or negative information, they're trying to manipulate others' perceptions and create chaos, which reflects their own weaknesses and insecurities. They may betray confidences, spread rumors, or distort the truth in an attempt to undermine others and elevate their own status. This behavior is a clear indication of jealousy and a twisted soul. In everyday conversation, listen for these signs. Does the person frequently speak ill of others? Do they often compare themselves to others to elevate their own status? These remarks are not just petty schemes, but also expressions of jealousy and a twisted soul. As we become more sensitive to recognizing these signs, it will be easier for us to protect our souls from negative influences. As we become more attuned to these subtle cues, we can better protect ourselves from their negativity. If something makes you stop and think, don't hesitate to ask questions. This leads us to the final lesson. While evaluating how others share information is valuable, a Stoic would also recognize the importance of discretion and prudence in their own communication. It's about being mindful of what you share, to whom you share it, and why you're sharing it. A Stoic would avoid gossiping, spreading rumors, or sharing information that could harm others. They would also be cautious about revealing too much about their own personal life, recognizing that this could make them vulnerable to manipulation or exploitation. Furthermore, a Stoic would strive to be honest and truthful in their communication, but would also recognize that sometimes silence is the most virtuous response. It's about knowing when to speak and when to remain silent, and about using your words wisely and with intention. 10. The voice within. Listen to your inner voice. In the quest to discern sincerity from deception, the most powerful tool you possess is often your own intuition. Listen to your inner voice. Have you ever encountered the situation? You have a colleague who always appears friendly and eager to help, but you constantly feel uncomfortable around them. If the answer is yes, stop and listen to your inner voice. This could be a sign that your instincts are warning you about dishonesty or jealousy from that person. That feeling of unease, that nagging sense that something is off, is often a signal from your subconscious, alerting you to potential danger. Think about times when you felt uneasy or suspicious about someone without a clear reason. That's your instinct at work. Your instincts or sixth sense play a crucial role in protecting you from potential threats. When you feel something is off, take the time to think and carefully consider the situation. This inner voice, often dismissed as mere gut feeling, is the culmination of years of accumulated experience and subconscious observations. It can detect subtle cues and inconsistencies that your conscious mind may miss. Does this person always try to compete with you? Do they often give compliments that seem insincere? Sometimes these small actions can indicate jealousy and deceit. One question to ask yourself is, why do I feel uncomfortable around this person? If the answer lies in their inconsistent behavior and words, it could be a warning sign from your instincts. Consider a situation where a colleague is always friendly and concerned about you, but you still feel uneasy around them. Pay attention to the small details you might have overlooked. Perhaps they frequently compare themselves to you and often make subtle remarks about others' failures. Even if they don't directly attack you, you sense an underlying competition. In this case, your instincts are alerting you to jealousy and deceit. Never underestimate your inner voice. It is a powerful tool that helps you differentiate between genuinely good people and those who only pretend to be. It is a powerful tool that helps you differentiate between genuinely good people and those who only pretend to be. However, while your inner voice is important, don't ignore the voice of reason. Harmonize both to find a common ground. Make decisions after thoroughly considering your intuition. Balance that inner voice with reason. It is also important to ground your intuition in rational analysis. Make decisions after thoroughly considering your intuition. A Stoic would recognize that intuition is a valuable tool, but it should not be relied upon exclusively. It's important to gather all the available evidence, to analyze the situation objectively, and to consider all possible explanations before drawing any conclusions. Identifying jealousy and deception is not easy, but it's a crucial skill to protect ourselves and our true values in life. Jealous and deceitful people can be anywhere from close relationships to everyday social interactions. They may seem like good friends, but inside they secretly sow insecurity and conflict. It can manifest in various settings, from close personal relationships to everyday social interactions. They may seem like good friends, but inside they secretly sow insecurity and conflict. Stoic philosophy guides us to live calmly and wisely. By applying Stoic principles, we can identify and eliminate negative elements from our lives. Remember, life is too precious to be wasted on people who don't truly support you. Use the methods we've discussed today to spot and avoid those filled with jealousy and deception. You deserve a life full of joy, peace, and positive rela. Tying ships. You deserve a life full of joy, peace, and positive relationships. This guide helps you get there. While listening to your inner voice is important, it's also crucial to be aware of the potential for biases and prejudices to influence your intuition. Sometimes, our gut feelings can be based on unfounded fears, stereotypes, or past experiences that may not be relevant to the current situation. A Stoic would strive to cultivate self-awareness and to identify any potential biases that could be clouding their judgment. It's about continuously questioning your own assumptions and striving to see the world with greater clarity and objectivity. Furthermore, a Stoic would recognize that true discernment comes from a combination of intuition and reason, and that both are necessary for navigating the complexities of human relationships. As we conclude our exploration today, remember that identifying jealousy and deception is not an easy task, but it is a crucial skill for protecting ourselves and our true values in life. Jealous and deceitful people can be anywhere, from close relationships to everyday social interactions. They may seem like good friends, but inside they secretly sow insecurity and conflict. Jealous and deceitful people can be anywhere from close relationships to everyday social interactions. They may seem like good friends, but inside they secretly sow insecurity and conflict. Stoic philosophy provides us with a timeless framework for navigating these challenges. Stoic philosophy guides us to live calmly and wisely. By applying Stoic principles, we can identify and eliminate negative elements from our lives. Remember, life is too precious to be wasted on people who don't truly support you. Use the methods we've discussed today to spot and avoid those filled with jealousy and deception. You deserve a life full of joy, peace, and positive relationships. By embracing its principles, we can cultivate inner strength, develop greater discernment, and build relationships based on sincerity and mutual respect. Remember, life is too precious to be wasted on people who don't truly support you. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. If you find these methods useful, please share them with friends and family to help build a better life together. Don't forget to click like and subscribe so you don't miss out on more valuable content from us. Challenge yourself to apply at least one of these strategies to your daily life. Then come back here and comment, "I did it," sharing your feelings about the changes in your life. I'm always here to listen and share with you. Let Stoic philosophy be your companion, helping you find peace and strength on your life's journey. It is about cultivating inner peace and resilience, and about creating a life filled with joy, purpose, and meaningful connection.